solve each quadratic equation? Okay. Letter A. So we're given this equation x squared minus 6x minus 14 equals 0. So you solve for that one. Make sure you know how to factor. So you factor this. You look for factors of 14 that when you multiply them, it would equal to a negative 14. And when you add them up, it would equal to negative 6. Yeah. So what are the factors of 14? 7 and 2. What else? We cannot factor, right? Yes. So in this case, you use the quadratic formula. So x is equal to negative b plus minus square root of b squared minus 4ac over 2a. So you identify your a, b, c. What is a here? No, a is 1. These are the coefficients. Yeah. Take note of that. B is equal to negative 6 and C is equal to negative 14. And then you plug in all the values to the formula. So this is negative of negative 6 plus minus negative 6 squared minus 4 times 1 times negative 14 over 2 times 1. Then we solve this. So this is 6 plus minus 6 squared is 36. What is 4 times 14? 56. Alright, so this is plus 56 over 2. Then we simplify this. 6 plus minus square 36 plus 56. 92 over 2. Now how do we factor 92? 92, that is huh? 92? Okay, does your teacher allow you to use decimal? Okay. Yes, it should be that. So you do like this. So x is equal to 6 plus minus square root of 92 can be written as 92 divided 23. Can be written as 23 times 4 over 2. So we can write this as x equals 6 plus minus, because I don't use the calculator. So this is 2 square root of 23. You need to look for factors of 92. Okay, this one. So everything is, notice here that 6, 2, and 2, they are divisible by 2. So 1, 1. So the answer would be 3 plus minus square root of 23. Okay, so that's how to solve it. You look for factors of a number, like in this case, the number is 92. You look for factors of it that to make sure that one of the factors is a perfect square. So it's easily to get the square root of it. All right? Okay, so let's move on to the next problem. I'm deleting it. Okay, so 15b. So we have x squared plus 2x minus 4 equals 0. Try to factor this. If you cannot factor, then you use quadratic formula. Can we factor this? Look for factors of 4. So 2, 4, and 1. 2 times 2. No, cannot be factored, right? So we use quadratic formula again. Okay, so x is equal to negative b. Make sure you know how to identify a, b, and c. What is a here? Okay, 1, and then b is, what is b? Okay, and then c is, okay, negative 4. So that would be negative b plus minus square root of b squared minus 4ac over 2a, and then you plug in all the values. So negative 2 plus minus 2 squared minus 4 times a times negative 4 over 2 times 1. Then you simplify that. So this is x equals negative 2 plus minus square root of 4 plus 16, right? Over 2. Then negative 2 plus minus square root of 20 over 2. Now we can write 20 as 4 times 5. So x here is equal to negative 2 plus minus square root of 4 times 5, right? Because 4 times 5 is 20 over 2. Then 4 is a perfect square, so square root of 4 is 2. So we can put 2 outside the radical. So this is negative 2 plus minus 2 square root of 5 over 2. And then we divide by 2. So this become 1, 1, 1. Therefore, x is just negative 1 plus minus square root of 5. So this is the value of x. You got it? Okay. No questions? You said you solved this on your own. Did you get the correct answer? Yeah, don't, as much as possible, don't use your calculator. Okay, then we go, I'm deleting it, all right? So we move to 15c. We're given this equation x squared plus x plus 0.25. Maybe this one you can use, oh no, we can use quadratic formula again. Okay, so a here is 1, b is 1, c is 0.25. So negative 1 plus minus square root of 1 squared minus 4 times 1 times 0.25 over 2 times 1. We simplify. So negative 1 plus minus 1 minus, what is 4 times 0.25? Is it 1? 1, right? 4 times 0.25 is 1. Yeah, and then negative 1 plus minus 1 minus 1 is 0. Square root of 0 is 0, right? Over 2. So we have negative 1/2. So that is the value of x. And then, okay, we move on to number 53. You don't have questions on this? Okay, we go to 53. Why did I write 15? Which is 53. 53. Solve the quadratic equation using the quadratic formula. Okay, x squared minus 7x plus 8 equals 0. So obviously we cannot factor this, then we use quadratic formula. So x is equal to negative b. B is negative 7, right? So negative of negative 7 plus minus b squared, so negative 7 squared, minus 4 times a is 1 times c over 2 times 1. So we have 7 plus minus 7 squared is 49. 49 minus 4 times 8 is 32 over 2. So this is just 7 plus minus, what is 49 minus 32? So it's 17. Okay, so this is now the value of x. X is equal to 7 plus minus square root of 17 over 2. So this is the final answer. Yeah. You got it? No questions on this? Okay. You cannot, because there's nothing there. 7 is an odd number, so you can't divide it by 2. Alright? Okay, so we move on to number 54. No questions? We move on to 54. Solve the quadratic equation using the quadratic formula. So our equation is x squared plus 13x plus 5 equals 0. So we use the quadratic formula. Negative b, our b is 13. So negative 13 plus minus 13 squared minus 4 times 1 times 5 over 2 times 1. Okay, and then we simplify. So x is equal to negative 13 plus minus, what is 13 squared? 13 times 13. Okay, so that is 169 minus 20 over 2. So this is negative 13 plus minus square root of 149 over 2. So we cannot, okay, we cannot break 149. There's nothing we can do further. So our answer is just negative 13 plus minus square root of 149 over 2. Yeah, because there's nothing we can do with 149 that has, we cannot find a factor that has that is a perfect square, so we just leave it as it is. All right, okay. Is it the same as your answer key? Okay, good. So we're on the right track. Then we move on to number 55. 55, so that is 3x squared minus 5x minus 2 equals 0. Again, we use the quadratic formula for this. Make sure you know how to identify A, B, and C. Okay, very good. So x is negative b. So negative of negative 5 plus minus square root of negative 5 squared, right? Minus 4 times 3 times negative 2 over 2 times 3. Then we simplify. This is 5 plus minus 25. Negative 4 times 3, negative 12 times negative 2 is positive. What is that? 4 times 3 times 2. Okay, plus 24 over 6. Then we simplify this further. This is 5 plus minus 49, right? And 6. And 49 is a perfect square. What is the square root of 49? Okay, so that is 7. Therefore, our x, the first value of x is 5 plus 7 over 6. So this is 12 over 6 or 2. Then the other value of x is 5 minus 7 over 6, which is negative 2 over 6 or negative 1/3. You got that? Okay. And then we move on to number 56. Number 56. Still quadratic formula. Yeah, but make sure you know how to do this without using a calculator. Okay. So we're given this equation for x squared plus x minus 3 equals 0. So x is negative b plus minus square root of b squared minus 4ac over 2 times 4. So we have x negative 1 plus minus square root of 1. 4 times 4 times 3. What is that? 4 times 4 times 3. 16 times 3. This one, 4 times 4 times 3. Four times 4 is 16. 16 times 3. 16 times 3. Yeah, 48. Okay. It's 48. Then we can write, okay, what are the factors of 48? Is negative 1 plus minus square root of 48 can be 12, no, 48, 12 times 4, or no, 48, 3 times 16, 16 times 3, right? Yeah. So you can write this as x equals negative 1 plus minus 16 is the perfect square. So square root of 16 is 4. Square root of 3 over 8. I think we're on for a while. 4x squared plus x minus 3. Let me check first. Hey, we forgot. Okay, sorry. We forgot. It should be here, 1 minus 48. I forgot. So it should be 1 minus 48. 1 plus 48. Right? Because 4 times 4 is 16. 16 times 3 is 48. Yeah, it should be 1 plus 48. Yeah, so negative 1 plus minus square root of 49 over 7. And 49 is a perfect square, so this is negative 1 plus minus 7 over 8. So the values of x, the first value is negative 1 plus 7 over 8, which is 6 over 8, or 3/4, because 6 and 8 are divisible by 2. And then the other value of x is negative 1 minus 7 over 8, which is negative 8 over 8, which is negative 1. Right? You got it? So 3/4 and negative 1. Okay, we move on to number 57. Okay. So number 57, we're given this equation 5x squared minus 33x minus 14 equals 0. Then we use the quadratic formula. Negative 33 plus minus negative 33 squared minus 4 times 5 times negative 14 over 2 times 5. Right. These are big numbers. Yeah? You can use a calculator for that, for 33 squared. So this is positive 33 plus minus, what is 33 squared? Okay, 1089 plus, what is 4 times 5 times 14? $280. Okay, then we simplify this further. 33 plus minus 1089 plus 280 is 1369 over 10. Is 1369 a perfect square? The square root of 1369. Oh, it's a perfect square. It is. Because you can write that as, see, 37 squared. Check, 37 times 37. Yeah? So you can write that as 37 squared, so it will be easier to factor that out. We get the square root. So x here, I'll just write here. So x is equal to 33 plus minus 37 over 10. So the values for x would be 33 plus 37 over 10. This is 70, right? 70 over 10, that is 7. And the other value, so x sub 1, x sub 2 is 33 minus 37 over 10. So this is negative 4 over 10 or negative 2 over 5. So the values for x would be 7 and negative 2 over 5. And then we have 2 more for quadratic formula. Okay, no questions on this. We move on to number 58. Okay, number 58. Solve each quadratic equation. So it doesn't say whether to use quadratic formula or not. So you have to check whether we can factor this or use the quadratic formula. Okay, now to solve this, this is what we're going to do first. We subtract both sides. We subtract 5 from both sides.